So if a human being has a regular supernatural physical state, it's because they unlock the full physical body of the nature itself, which is connected through the spirit guide of the astral realm, which is called from an actual plane. There are some people who are guided to not use that plane of existence, and the only reason why they cannot use that plane of existence is because they blocked out from other people and other things out there, that plainly exist. Or maybe it has a purpose of why they can't do it at all, which blocks off their actual plane. Then some things can cause by regular trauma, and they start to forget things that happen to them, and they become what they call is a spirit guide. The thing about being a person who is regularly human that does not meditate, there's an opposite side of the astral plane, which is the plain existence of being a human being, of living on their daily basis life. A lot of people don't know this, but people who meditate do have the full physical capacity of meditation and power. But when a person doesn't have that, and they have the full capacity of controlling their brain through a different substance, and basically underliningly their difference between someone else's brain that doesn't see what everybody else sees, which causes a different brain frequency wave, giving a different signal, alright, to different things that live in this earth and that can show other things. It's completely different. It just means that the person may have an amount of different type of chakra than someone else could, and possibly if that person mastered his full physical form of meditation, he could be one with himself and powerful than he thinks. Some people think that that was a way to go, but that's another way to say that you'll be afraid of yourself for what you're capable of doing. I give myself a good example. If God said, don't step outside this world, that there is a way to save this world, would you agree or disagree? I would say I would disagree, and try to form an agreement, because that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, right? You have a lot of new things that are opening up to this world, and we're barely knowing that we're just bringing into things that barely can make it into extinction. And it's unfair for the people who want to live their life when they're just born. This means that the population that we have, if this was another way to cause a resurrection for Jesus Christ, who came back from the dead, okay, and seeing everybody, it's not just to show that basically death was near. It was to show that there was a time a man who kept his word, who stood in the sky, showed up and said to people, I'm back. Everything's gonna be okay. But some people don't believe it because they don't see the spirit in the human nature. They don't understand the deep sound, the deep understanding of what singing is, what beauty is, what light is, what feeling a feather or what feeling a flower means to you, until you hold it, until you understand that even if you had the most nicest thing in your hand and it was delicate, that you had to treat it nice for it to survive. Some people don't know how to treat an animal in their hand. It could be a whole lizard. It could be a whole lizard. And some people get so scared because they're so misunderstanding about it, but really it's harmless. Now understand what this means. It means even if a harmless creature was doing nothing, it can still be in the harm's way of someone being bigger than them. And again, which entwines to the things that are unfair. Moving on to that, there are people and things out there that are supernatural, okay? But it has nothing to do with the superhuman being spirit of basically full strength. Running, mind, talking, sight, hearing, taste, smell, everything. The truth is, tapping into that only vibe is to understand that that's what nature already gave us. The birds do it every day. They chirp. They have different type of ways they communicate, but through their chirp and their voices, which for them to be able to feed their family as well and give them exactly the same exact comfort anything else would want in its nest. The point of that is to give an example of why we are trying to show this life that we live as human beings and create a natural spirit for people to understand, alright, because we have spirit in us. But the natural spirit that we're creating is the hope, the faith to not give up on something. When someone comes in, you're gonna let them judge you and think that it's gonna be okay to judge? You can't let that be, because you are you and only you know that. And that's what takes the responsibility of guidelines, of making your own self guarded by the things that you think in your brain and outside. Don't ever be afraid to express yourself, because you are you. And that's what makes you to heal yourself. Anything can be gentle and peaceful as long as you know how to sleep gentle and peaceful. You must learn how to break that into your mind and not make it a philosophy and try something different. Just like Bruce Lee said, you can pour water into a cup, it can become the cup. You can put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You can put water into a teapot, it becomes a teapot. The only reason why he said that, and the truth, and to believe it or not, is because you are yourself to become that one thing of what you want to feel that you could become. And it's never no different for you to ever give up on your body and say that I can't do it. Because that's not true. Every human can do it. Every person can do it. I don't believe that somebody believes that they doubt themselves because they can't do it. Again, it's unfair to you and it's unfair to other people, because when you doubt yourself, you doubt everybody around you. And it's unfair to yourself. But you look at yourself, because it's like, myself is what I see in an animal. They have a purpose. They're not going to die on their own. They don't just go, oh, the animal just going to get up and all of a sudden fly out the window. I mean, I'm pretty sure some do. But really, I don't think nobody, no cat, no dog, no regular animal is just going to do that if they didn't have the common sense to do it in the first place. The point of view of that is that lesson learned is to be visual about what you think is the right thing to do and keep it moving. Keep the strength going in your brain so it can process and operate differently, because this is the new age and people are dying every day. I can't even think that my son and my daughter can even set off a warning without myself thinking that I know all this. Because I can't tell what my son and my daughter is going to do, but I can only think smart of what I want them to do, right? What keeps them occupied? What takes the next level up a notch? What makes the world spin around for them? What makes a difference between someone else trying to show them the same thing and they still learn? I know one thing. this is my final thing that I know. Someone always said, believe in yourself. Don't believe in what things are right in front of your face. Believe in yourself. Know what you're worth. Because nobody's going to tell you what you can wear. Nobody's going to tell you what you can dress. Nobody can tell you what you have on your body. Nobody can tell you different. You are human. And that's what makes anybody you. No one's ugly. I don't believe in that. No one is. Anybody can change their body preference. At least nowadays. It's just the spirit. It's honestly the guidance, the power in your brain to not give up and have your own dream of what you want to become. And that's all I gotta say. That's not cosmic energy. That's not cosmic power. That's not supernatural human abilities. That's just straight up speech. A lot of these young kids and young adults, and as well as myself, know that there are people out there who need the support and need help. Who really want to get out there and learn something different and try something different other than break somebody down. Because that way ain't working. God bless everybody. Literally. And it was written.